successfully fertilize the eggs, we put the larvae in our large grow-out tanks. They are in these tanks for approximately 2 to 3 weeks, and all they're doing is eating and swimming and getting nice and big. Twice a week we do water changes on these tanks, and we do that because as the oysters are eating, they're also excreting waste. We use large wooden sieves underneath the tanks, and we simply drain the tank through the sieves. The larvae are retained on the mesh, and all the bad water goes out. This is our grading table, and this is where we will further sort the larvae as they grow and develop. What we will do is once the tank is drained, we will pour them through these sieves and use cold water and gravity to sort the larvae. The theory behind grading is that the biggest ones will get trapped up top and the smaller ones will trickle their way down, sizing themselves. The older ones are typically bigger, so they're more mature and they're more than likely ready to attach to the shells in the setting tanks. The little guys, which we commonly refer to as runts, will go back in our big tanks and we'll give them food for another 3 to 4 days, and hopefully they will catch up with the cycle and they'll be eyed as well. Once we know that they're eyed, we will transfer them into these cones. These cones have a certain amount on them. We can extrapolate how many larvae we have, and then they can go into the setting tanks from here. Once we have larvae that are ready to set in a tank, we will rewarm them up in a bucket with whatever salinity and temperature water that is in the setting tank. Once the larvae start swimming around and becoming active, we will introduce them into the tank by very slowly walking around the tank, dumping in the larvae that is in the water into the tank. Once all the larvae are in the tank, we'll splash down the shells to make sure they're not just laying on top of the tank. Then we'll allow them about 48 hours to attach, and then we'll come back and we'll sample the tank and look for them underneath the dissecting scope. Once they're on shell, we refer to them as spat, and then we'll turn on the ambient water to let them tank harden before they're deployed at our